Dang, why is my stream already lagging? Hey, hello, how's it going? Why is this not reading? Wiki wiki. Wiki wiki. I forgot to change my audio again. Oopsies.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, hello.
Hello.
At the developer YT says, hi.
Do 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 do. Oh boy, 3 dislikes. What is
At
this?
the Life of Dante 1 says, yo, how long have you been live for so far? At Shorties 1570
2
says,
seconds.
be on your best behavior, guys.
Yo, I'm gonna need you to like calm down for this stream. Okay, it might be best to leave.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, last time I was in one of your live streams I had 100 subs.
Car.
Now I have 1,000
Dude, what is this
subs.
AI slop?
Car.
Yo, fire.
At Dat Waffle Goober
Car.
says, wait Shorties.
Car.
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 At the developer YT says, bye.
Wow.
Car.
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 Oh my gosh.
Car. Car. Car.
Dude,
At
this map
Shorties
stinks.
1570 says,
Car.
I'll be lenient.
Okay.
Car.
Car.
Car. Car. Car.
Dude, what is this? How did Cradian get a 99.71? Alright, come back to this, I guess.
At Edequay AAAA says, what's up Vortex?
Yep.
At Dat Waffle
Snipe
Goober
on
says,
something? What happened?
what?
Oh, this. Dude, I can't read this. And, like, my wrist doesn't want to work right now. So we'll wait on that.
At Jordan's 1570 says, Elvis.
Very Elvis. Maybe playing like Power of the Saber Blade for like 3 hours straight is not
At
good.
Dat Waffle Goober says, is the schizo bot here?
Yo, is that the real Noob 8? What's Schizobot? Oh boy.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, Shorties aren't you third place on Power of the Saber Blade? At Michelle Balance 7721 says, give you full combo power of the Saber Blade.
I don't know.
At Shorties 1570 says, yeah. At Silicuna says, haven't heard it beat Saber in years. At Blaster says,
Crazy.
Senji, crank up that soldier boy. At Shorties 1570
Yo.
says, I'm also like rank 5 global in Beat Saber. At Dat Waffle Goober says, oh my. At Max00000 says, what the hell did I just join to?
Beat Saber.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, you don't remember me Shorties.
Bro forgot about everyone.
At Shorties1570 says, I don't know do I? At Placenter says, hi also like rank 5 in Beat Saber.
Bro turned to rank 5 and developed dementia. That's gonna be me in like a year.
How is your
I
wrist
eat too
doing
much
after
sugar.
Yesterday? At Dat
Barely-
Waffle Goober
barely-
says,
barely works.
probably cause you have 1 trillion. At Bax00000 says, I was here yesterday and the stream made me re-download Beat Saber.
Fire. Do 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 do. Guys, what's a good song? I don't know what to play. I don't wanna. ADHD. I don't.
At Shorties1570 says,
what do kids
tough
play
of
these
ice
days?
cream.
I can't even spell.
At Dat
What
Waffle
am I
Goober says,
spelling?
You have 1 trillion friends.
That is not the right one. Get out of here. I want to try something. Wait. You
At
got this.
Placenter says, did you buy the DLC yet or did you waste the $10 on mustard?
I did not buy the DLC yet.
At Placenter says, doesn't YouTube like take all money from donations?
They take like 50%. It takes like a month to process. It's so dumb. Actually, it takes like 2 months to process. Because you first have you have
At
to
Placenter says,
meet the quota,
what are you doing?
and then that's the first month, and then the second month is just waiting for your paycheck.
At Placenter says, so you are like waiting a month for like $5.
Yep.
At S1NK0V1CS says, Dushia Ways VIP next and hot.
Why does this map have no lights? This map stinks. My axe stinks. Oh my gosh, I can't hit this BPM.
At Shorties1570 says, it's best if I leave.
Yeah, probably. Just gonna nuke everyone in chat.
At Plaster says, we don't leave. At Dat Waffle Goober says, GD reference. At Plaster says, we love you.
Wow. Do that, da do do, that da da do. Wow. Why did you see that? It squished my note. It squished my note over there.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, Nipa is here. At
Scared.
Plaster says, I am a shower.
Bro, don't squish my note. Look at that.
At Plaster says, I am a use you as background noise.
Crazy. Come on, guys. We can get number 1, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll do that later. Do that, da do do, that da do do.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, do flame wall.
Da, da, do, da, do, do.
At At Logan R5Z says, I'm trying to buy a music pack but I don't know my 4-digit code. They got any ideas?
You're asking me to get your 4-digit code. I'm not a hacker. I'm a streamer. I may do stupid things, but I don't hack people.
That tidal wave inspired animation looks amazing.
You can thank Ugly 8 for that. He's a map.
At Dad Waffle Cooper says, yes. At Logan R5Z says, no, just give me a code and I'll try it.
Dude, you know how
At Nick Round says,
you know how hard it is to get a code? 4-digit code, 0 to 9. That's like 10 to the power of 4. Your odds. My odds of guessing your code is very small. Like it's basically 0.
LOL. At Dad Waffle Cooper says, the tidal wave is human polys.
Ooh, that was good.
At Joseph JRM88 says, can you play Russian?
Okay. You know, this is actually the first time someone has asked me to play Rush E in like a while. I was getting kind of worried. Nah, this is the Beat Saber community.
At Sophiesalated3764 says, only GD reference. At Artusnatio says, what other Geometry Dash songs are there in Beat Saber?
Probably every single one. Just give me the song name, I'll play it. Don't give me the level name, because then that's probably different.
At Dad Waffle Goober says, the master I guess. At Dad Waffle Goober says, it's the daily level in Geometry Dash. At Joseph JRM8H says, Rushy. At Logan
I'll do Rushy after this.
I even tried 0000 and every 1234.
I've never played the Beat Leader ranked version of this.
At Nick Round says, I can be Zoe saying I verified tidal wave OMG in my head RN.
Dude, that was awful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll go back to Score Saber.
At Marvin Atta 2014 says, yo bro.
Yeah, how's it going?
At Dad Waffle Goober says, LOL.
How's your day been? Oh boy. Oh my god.
At Joseph RT5R says, GG referee. At Dad Waffle Goober says, try Heliopolis.
Oh my gosh.
At Artus Natio says, Camellia is such a cute artist. At Dad Waffle Goober says, Blackfire Backfire, GG edit. At Immerford says, holy GG reference. At Ian7215 says, Lord. says, you're a big shot. At Blaster says, I hate hot showers too.
Why do you hate hot showers? Hot showers are really good, but like, I take hot showers, but like, my water,
How do I get more viewers in my
my house's water is so annoying because there's no cold water at all. It's all just hot. And if you put it, it's like that all summer, and it's like once it hits winter, it's back to normal.
At Blaster says, this is what you want to do. Get a view bottle and use that.
Okay. Why are you teaching my viewers how to
At
how
Blaster
to view
says,
bot?
I just prefer cold showers. At That Waffle Keeper says, same. At Ian7215 says, I don't even remember when the last time I took a cold shower was. At That Waffle Keeper says, bruh.
I'll take a cold shower if I like really need to wake up.
At Blaster says,
And if my cold water works.
young and drug if you know what I mean. At Ratio says, how does bro have a perfect score when there's like a million blocks right in front of your face?
I do not have a
Trying to
perfect
control
score.
your hands.
I have 7 misses.
At Placider says, if it's hot outside, I'm taking a cold shower.
Dude, if it's hot outside, I can't even take a cold shower. The weather won't let me. It sucks.
At Connor27010 says, can you decode Red by Dr. Phonics?
No, I'm not doing that. No. No.
He says, big orange Friday.
No.
At Pastor says, just go to At That Waffle Weaver says, yes for the reference. At Blaster says, I shower in chlorine dust.
Never mind. I'm not saying that. Yeah, joke's over, guys. Cannot say that.
At Blaster says, me when I showered in 1943.
Okay. Okay. Cannot be saying this.
At Blaster says, me when it's a hot day in Japan. At Alex BBBK9M says, how is GNG this locked in?
I'm not locked in. I have 12 misses.
At
13.
Connor27010 says,
Oh boy.
can you do code red by Dr.
Dude, I'm not doing code red. I know what happened before.
14 says, face orange Friday nails.
I'm not doing code red. I'm not letting that thing happen again. Oh, I have 10 misses on this.
At Placenter says, can you gain off this if you actually FC? At
Probably not.
Connor27010 says,
95,
why
yeah,
not
that's not
code red?
gainable.
At L3M0N_GMD says, how about stalemate? At Joseph
Okay.
JRM8H says, yes
Oh
Rushy
yeah, I have
now
to do
yeah.
Rushy.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, I can't even beat Ghost Victory Hand. At Kristinavandal2231 says, hello. At Dat Waffle Goober says,
Interesting.
GG. At Miles Peace says, try Flame Wall by Camilla.
Boy,
At
you should have been here like 10
Ian7215
seconds ago.
says, bro who TF requested band type beat. At Ian7215 says, he is AW. At Connor27010 says, can you do Shia Ways VIP? At Placenter says, if we're playing Rushy do da 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 after.
Okay.
At Shorties1570
Help me, please.
says, guess who's back?
Help me. Yo, don't need my chat, please. Yo, free me. Tell me to stop playing this map.
At Dat Waffle Goober says, hey. At Dat Waffle Goober says, hi. At Plaster says, who took my number one?
Ah, dang it.
At Ian7215 says, oh my gosh it's Shorties.
Help me, I don't want to play this. I'm being tortured by Shorty's guys. He won't say to stop playing this. I think he disappeared. He saw Rushy for like 1 second and he's like, nope.
At Shorties1570 says, I'm going live on YT in 15 minutes after not going live on YT in almost a year. Wish
Crazy.
me luck.
You're going to
At
get
Miles
spammed to
says,
play Rushy.
Shoot my bad you did just
All the
play
Gorilla
Walters
Tag
with
kids
tears
going to
and
your
joy.
stream.
At Miles Peace says, not that long.
If you don't free me,
At Trazum says, can you play
free
Freedom Time?
me.
At Dat Waffle Cooper
Free
says,
me.
At Plaster says,
Get me out of
when
here.
I first saw this, I thought this was amazing mapping. At Dat Waffle
This
Cooper
is the
says,
worst mapping ever.
At Shorties1570 says, also do you mind telling me who requested
I have
this?
no idea.
At
It was
Plaster
some guy.
says, no I'm number 3.
Yo, this is a Retrex
At
map.
Connor27010
Retrix.
says, can you do Jumper by Water
This
Flame?
is about to be banger, guys. It's gonna be like really good tech.
At L3M0N_GMD says, stalemate. At Joseph JRM8H says, mate.
Okay, I don't like this anymore. Stalemate. All right, I got you. I can't even spell. Oh boy.
At Shorties1570 says, no this chat is making me mad I'm leaving again.
Okay.
At Placenter
Do this
says,
one.
your overlay is glitched.
Is it?
This is not Rushy. At Dat Waffle Goober
Ah,
says,
dang it.
Canapoo. At Connor27010 says, can you do Jumper by Water Flame? At Miles Peace says, try Ricochet Love. At Joseph JRM8H says, I did Rushy. At Dat Waffle Goober says, no. At ComBRGT says, how do you get mods in Beat Saber?
Mods before Friday.
At Miles Peace says, grief. At Dat Waffle Goober says,
Ah, dang. I can kind of see the notes. Never mind.
At Ian7215 says, yeah, the overlay is glitched, I just noticed. At DadWaffleGoober says, bro is doggy JR. At Alparslan H8U says, can you do Shia Ways VIP? At Miles Peace says, Ricochet love is better than. At DadWaffleGoober says, he already did. At ImNotOldMatabook says, this is Nerf 3.
Oh my gosh, I can't see. Dude, I can't see.
At DadWaffleGoober says, what if I donated $500 face with tears of joy? At Ian7215 says,
Wow. W.
At TJ37 Hey says,
Why is
don't lose at 97.99% if you know what I mean. At Miles Peace says, he would probably take your song REQ. At Connor27010 says, can you do Jumper by Waterflame?
Where did I even miss on this?
At DadWaffleGoober says, in Know What You Mean at TJ37 Hey. At TJ37 Hey says, doggy's death on grief.
Oh boy.
At DadWaffleGoober says, ick. At DadWaffleGoober says, it's traumatizing. At Bentley Vogel T5R says, you should do Stalemate.
I just did.
At Empty Channel 5371 says, can you do Young Girl A? At Braylon
probably after
S4J says, after this song could you do Flame Wall? At Ian7215
Like saying the
says,
same songs over and
face
over.
orange biting nails.
Crazy.
At Falling Warrior of Beatsaver says,
Thank you,
do
tracking.
Stalemate. At Connor27010 says, I was the guy who requested Code Red yesterday but you chose the wrong one. At DadWaffle
Hey man, I did
says,
not want to be
"Bro, I
Flash,
don't know
okay?
how to download any mods, please teach me."
I did not want to be
At
Flash in an stream.
Ian7215 says, can you do Rush E after this? At Blaster says, this chat is turning rot, should I contribute?
Yes.
Lord727 says,
Just
I forget
dissolve
how
all your
Jumper
brain
is.
cells and start spewing
Leon,
letters on the
says,
keyboard.
Red. At PageRightU5K says, hello.
That was pretty fun though.
At Henry J4B2V says, you're really good at Beat Saber.
You thinks?
At Connor27010 says, can you do Clutterfunk? At Empty Channel 5371 says, Make sure when you play the song it's called Young Girl, a short version.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
At Leon aka Banana Man says, red.
Why is the intro so long? Just realized that.
At Blaster says, can you play Big Band Baby Phone Epstein Lover song please?
Big Ben.
At Waffle Cooper says,
What are we
Juice
saying?
Juice by King Samalot. At Ian7215 says, YouTube says you have 115 viewers BTW.
Nice.
Look727 says, GD Rot is going to start spreading after this. At Animariator9051 says, ha.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I
At
keep
Leon
messing up.
aka Banana Man says, red. At 1_sleepy_I3J says, people with bunny ears, people with bunny ears, people with bunny ears. At Blaster says, play put that cookie down. At Dad Waffle Hoover says, what's the most people you've had on a live streams?
I think like 200.
At Flood727
I've never passed
says,
300.
WTF is this map loudly crying face?
But if we do pass 300 this stream, that'd be crazy. Dude, imagine a stream where I get 1,000 views. Like that's actually crazy to think about.
You have and what are the specs?
I have a custom build.
At
It's
Flood727 says,
the 5800X and an 9070
At
XT.
Leon aka Banana Man says, red. At DRPO_14 says,
Yeah, guys, make sure to sub.
Trying
Trying to get to 18k.
At Saturn419.K3R says, can you do Moa Samurai? At 1_3J says,
Full
body balancing. At Dad Waffle Goober says, the most viewers I've had is 20. At 1_sleepy_I3J says, face turquoise covering eyes,
Jeez,
hand
oh
green
my
crystal ball,
gosh,
face
I can't
turquoise
see.
covering eyes, hand green crystal ball. At Amalio9F says, grief is getting verified here instead in GD. At
Dude, I can't see.
Flood727 says, these are pretty good patterns actually. At Connor27010 says, you should get more viewers, your streams are addicting.
Yeah,
At Leon aka Banana Man says, red. At Ian7215 says, TDS would freak out with how many comments. At Henry
It would,
J4B2B
but
says,
I would probably just
do you like
do
NVIDIA?
catch up like every like 5
At
seconds.
DONTJOINPUIL's exploits says, brothers at tacos. At
Yo guys, what if we do isolation?
Saturn419.K3R says, can you please do Moa Samurai? At Flood727 says, I bet my
Alright,
message is gonna land at
and
the
joke's
worst
over,
timing.
guys. Just gonna do that.
At Plaster says, 91 viewers is insane. At Amalio9F says, I have VR. At Leon aka Banana Man says, red. At Flood727 says, these swings look like you were gonna pass out bro, you good. Loudly crying face.
Bro, what?
Krakow says, focus. At Henry J4B2B says, alright. At Saturn419.K3R says, focus. At Ian7215 says, guys,
I want to try and SS this at some point.
At Kyasamon9917
Maybe
says,
even FC.
what is the code so I can join?
I don't have a code.
At Blaster says, play Toot Sucker Baby Then please.
Okay.
At Amalio9F says, it's the Limbo song, GD reprints. At Dad Waffle Cooper says, I am a play Beat Saber but I don't have mods, how do I download? On PC. At Connor27010 says, I want a PC but they are like $5 trillion /pounds.
Yeah, it's not a good time to buy a PC.
727 says,
Especially with all the RAM. Dude, my RAM, I bought it for like probably like $100 bucks. It's probably worth like millions.
At
Probably sell it.
Saturn419.K3R says, can you do Moa Samurai next please? At Henry J4B2B says, I wonder if this level is random like Limbo. At
You can't make a random level in a
really Beat Saber and if so, how do I get these special songs?
mods.
At Leon aka Banana Man says, red. At Vol_Krakow says, SpongeBob, it's blue. At Kyasamon9917 says, what is that song called? At
Isolation.
Lester says,
think it's on the screen, huh?
At
Or is it still
Terrier
broken?
says, how do you play these songs?
Mods.
At Dat Waffle Cooper says, Walmart employees don't cry on their breaks. At Foot 727
'Cause they're not allowed
says, I got my 32 gigs of DDR4 for like 100.
You cry during your Walmart shit. You get sent straight to the gulag.
It's still broken. At
Ah,
Leon
dang.
aka Banana Man says,
I have to restart it.
Red. At Kayasama 9917 says, you're the best at Beat Saber.
You think
At
so?
Henry J4B2B says, what should upgrade I upgrade from my 1066 GB for VR?
I have no idea, because I don't know what your price, I don't know what your budget is.
At Saturn419.K3R says, Moa Samurai.
But AMD's pretty good now.
At Blaster says,
If you want, you can go AMD. It's pretty cheap for the price.
hello Gordy.
All the Nvidia cards are like really expensive.
Animates says, OMG I'm lagging. At Terrence O'Neill 2020
Probably
says,
my stream's
good.
lagging again.
At Float
That's
727
not-
says, this song alone should have summoned the entire GD community to the stream TBH.
Nah.
At Saturn 419.
Dude, they like clutter. They like jumper.
Samurai please.
I'll do Clutterfunk.
At Connor
Probably
27010
good
says,
map of this.
can you do Clutterfunk please?
I don't think that's the right
At
Clutterfunk.
Thurshadon says, it's blue it's blue.
Oh, it's challenge.
At Henry J4B2B
Is it?
says,
Why is there
2,000
96%?
US dollars. At Absalom BR says, just get a pre-built at Henry. At Asreal God of Hyperdeath Real says, do hopes and
I
dreams
guess I'll
by
do a
Tabby
challenge.
Fox.
I don't really care.
At Placenter says, I have a 9060 XT it's pretty fire. At Leon aka Banana Man
What
says,
is going
when
on?
I listen to Isolation I get goosebumps. At Axel and BR says, with
What am I looking at?
4060
It's
or above.
it's just spam. Guys, I think I got the wrong Clutterfunk.
At Plaster says, me when I blast Clutterfunk during my assembly. At Float 727 says, I've been thinking about upgrading to a 9060 or 9070. I need more RAM for VR.
Dude, I'm
shenanigans.
so lucky. I got my 9070 XT for
At
like
Dat Waffle
500
Cooper
bucks
says, Play Gay or by Simon.
at Micro Center. It was
At
a
Ian
dude. I was so lucky.
1715 says, face orange biting nails. At Henry J4B2B says, I don't want driver issues. At Axel and BR says, Vortex I got level
I used to have a bunch of
46
driver issues, but now I don't really have driver
At
issues anymore.
727
they fixed
says, beat Sage AHH map. At Miles Peace says, I beat Blood.
Or you could just install Linux, and then you have no driver issues
from
for it.
12% to 100. At
For some odd
Kendiken
reason.
_BR says,
It's only the
Axel
Windows
126.
drivers that have problems.
At Dat Waffle Hoover says, no boom. At Coolmark Y8J says,
Oh my gosh, what is this?
At Connor 27010 says, do you think GD is harder than Beat Saber? At Axel and VR says,
Is it lagging again? It's
Discord.
lagging again. Oh boy.
At Saturn419.K3R says, holy lag. At Dat Waffle Goober says, holy lag. At Kendiken _VR says, okay. At Henry J4B2V says, do you know Meta PCS? At CJE _VR says, play Dragon Smash Goblin.
Dude, why is it? Oh my gosh. Please use a keyframe frequency at 4 seconds or less. What does that even mean? I've never gotten that error ever.
At Miles P
Just
says,
geeking out.
Ricochet Love.
At
At Float727 says, it's partially because of Linux that I'm considering an AMD GPU yet.
Give it a
At
second.
CJE
Catching up.
_VR says, can you
Laptop's
do
taking
Dragon
a breather.
Smash Goblin Expert Olus?
I don't have Dragon Smash Goblin.
K3R says, please do Moa Samurai by Exil Temi Knight and Creo.
Alright. Do I even is it even mapped? I don't, it doesn't exist.
At Henry J4B2V says, hit a rare ball right. At Float727
What is
says,
this?
that's a fire song choice.
Yeah,
At
free me at the
Miles P
party.
says, I run an RTX 5090. At Float727 says, apparently too new to be a map.
What if Ricardo dance?
At Evan Lee AC says,
Yeah, I want to break
Zero.
my back. But I need to disable this.
At Miles P says, Ricochet love please. At JoanMO7DN says, you pick the song. At Leon aka Banana Man says, frog emoji be like frog face frog face frog face. At Saturn419.K3R says, do Purgator by Corey Den. At Blaster says, no I lost my rag.
Why is the cable flying? What is on my foot? What is that? What was on my foot? What is this? I have trash on my foot. Dang it. Did my TTS die?
At Ian7215 says, I keep moving my head with the walls bro. At Henry J4B2V says, did you know Veil is free? No. At Alipog646
I thought it was free for a
says,
while.
can you do Sphere by Creo? At Ian7215 says, it's just instinct ADP. At Floats.
What just happened? Okay. Yeah, you guys want to see Dimension? I can't pass this, but... Where is it? Do I even have it? I probably don't have it. This map is crazy. This is a classic right here. Dude, I think TTS died again. Oh my gosh.
Live voice initialized. At Knock_1603 says, PLS do I am all of
me. Dude, I cannot read this.
At Ian7215 says, does ketchup break TDS or something face orange biting nails?
It doesn't. It just got stuck. I think it like ran out of quota or something.
At Float727 says, devious patterns.
Did not hit that. How do you even read that?
At Leon aka Banana Man says, what song is this? At Henry J4B2V says, what are some recommended specs for a PC for VR and my budget is $2,000 US.
I don't know,
at
but
Knock_1603 says, PLS do I am all of me. At Ian7215 says, yummy map. At Miles P says, can you please do Ricochet love please next after? At Knoth_1603 says,
oh no.
PLS do I am all of me. At Noth_1603 says, PLS do I am all of me. At Salmon_188 says, you should play Throw It Up by Ericto, play. At Blaster says, what is love?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Yeah, I cannot read that. Okay. Yeah, it's completely lost. Dude, it keeps dying. Why does it keep dying?
At Float727
Okay.
says, a YT screen chat probably can't give you a full complete build TBH. At Saturn419.K3R says,
Why is the
can you
TTS
do
dying?
Purgatora by Korei please? At Float727 says, best to ask somewhere people can actually help you
Purgatory.
LOL. At Leon aka Banana Man says, I've literally only eaten 2 things today and I eat a lot.
Wow, I eaten 0 things
At
today.
Noth_1603 says, PLS do I am all of me.
Yo, is this a break?
At Miles Peace says, ask Carter PCs. At Float727
Carter
says,
PCs.
type shit.
Guys, don't abbreviate Carter
At
PCs.
Saturn419.K3R says, congregation. At Float727 says, the lighting is lovely. At
That's what all voltage
RBLX says, do theory of everything if
This
it
voltage
exists to
actually cares about
geometry dash
lighting.
level.
Sometimes.
At Saturn419.K3R
Most of the
says,
time.
warning, congregation jump scare incoming. At Miles Peace says, yo bro if you haven't eaten you should eat something. At Plaster says, CPC. At Plaster says, oh. At Leon aka Banana Man
Bro,
says, I eat
abbreviated
the first
Carter
thing at
PC.
like 12 AM I think. At Static MPG says, do you eat toes? At Ian7215 says, huh.
Alright, this chat is turning to rot.
At GamerDude9602BR says, what before the drop? At Miles Peace says, bro loudly crying face. At Good727 says, my friend can genuinely act like a 6-7 middle schooler about GB level names like congregation. At ManfaceRBLX says, do theory of everything if it exists here not force it. At Saturn419.K3R says, jump scare. At GamerDude9602BR says, ONOON. At Leon aka Banana Man says, hack. At Blaster says, go fix the rock BW. At Saturn419.K3R says, hack. At Leon aka Banana Man says, hack. At Miles Peace says, society is good BTW you should try it. At GamerDude9602BR says, hack.
Dude, I lost so much axe.
At Leon aka Banana Man says, ah 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 ah. At GamerDude9602BR says, ag. At Saturn419.K3R says, ag. At Leon aka Banana Man says, now I'm dead. At Float727 says, Ima say a sentence that includes the word coalesce and the sky goes coalescence mentioned, and breaks down. At GamerDude9602VR says, stop, I have PTSD. At Miles
Interesting.
Peace says, stop with the spam. At Michelle Balance 7721 says, why do 4-year-olds love funk?
I have no idea.
At Salmon_188 says, play, throw it up by, Ericto.
Throw it up, baby, please just throw it up, throw it up, throw it up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream here. I'm probably gonna go grab
At
something.
Noth_1603 says, PLS do
Alright,
I am
bye-bye.
all of me. At Miles Peace says, society is good. At Float 727